Yes, sir.
All right.
Probably wondering what this orange thing is in my ear. Well, check it out. We are set up today to do some shooting. You may have remembered me talking about my Dodger that I built and the theory that it was somewhat defensible position. And today we're going to do the ballistics testing to find out if this product right here is actually going to save anybody's life. I don't want to misrepresent something, so I have this practice layup. There's about $250 worth of product in this, and it's built the same way that I built my whole Dodger. So what we have here is 2 layers of 1/2-inch foam with several layers of 45-ounce glass and 2 top layers of carbon fiber biaxial Kevlar and carbon fiber. And we're going to find out if it'll actually stop a projectile. Some of the folks in the boatyard were joking around that I had actually constructed a bulletproof panel, and it occurred to me that some information I got off the internet years ago that 5 layers of epoxy infused 45-ounce glass would stop a 7.62 round. So today I have a couple of qualified shooters with me. This joker has grown up with me since before puberty. I'm sorry that he's had to deal with me for so long. He enlisted in the Army back when we were just getting out of high school. His name is Chris Liefers. Chris, say hi.
Hi.
He's got his ear protection on and a bunch of weapons. And my other buddy, Robert, up there is going to shoot as well. He's a veteran, and he's seen some fire. Right, Robert?
Roger.
Roger. So they're my shooters. I got cameras rolling, and hopefully we're going to find out that this thing has the potential to save some lives. Maybe my crew's life, maybe your crew's life, if that's something you're interested in. All right, Robert, why don't you explain to us what we're going to be shooting here today?
So we're shooting 9mm FMJ out of an 8.7-inch Spikes tactical barrel, 45 ACP out of a Kimber 1911, 5.56 out of a 8.7-inch Spikes tactical barrel, 7.62 by 3.9, which is your standard AK round.
And that's the magic one. That's the one we want to stop.
And
That's
then you have
the
this
standard AK barrel right there. And then for the grand finale here, we have a 450 Bushmaster, which is a gigantic hunting round.
Yep.
It's not going to stop that one, but we're going to put a hole in it anyway. Robert, sir, early predictions.
I think 5.56 is going to go through it because it's a very fast traveling round, very small. And
That's a NATO round,
Yep, NATO round.
AR-15.
ARs, M4s. It's very common throughout. When you say NATO, multi-nations use it, so you can stockpile ammo and supply multiple countries.
But fortunately, that's not the common round that a pirate and assailant might have on them.
Nope, that's your 7.62 by 3.9, your AK-47s, your SKSs, and you have that, and then your 7.62 by 5.4, which is like your Dragunov. It's another big round, but the most common will be the 7.62 by 3.9.
Okay. Well, what do you think, Chris? Where do you think we're going to stop? Do you think it'll even stop the 9?
Honestly, no, I don't think it's going to stop the 9. The 223 is going to punch right through it. It'll probably slow the 7.62 by 39 down a bit, and then the 450 Bushmaster is probably just going to put a crater in it.
Craters. All right, we're going hot.
Forgive me.
You want this Poe to get it for you, Grunt?
There you go. That's a hit. You didn't hit the Kevlar. A little to the right and poke one in the Kevlar. Oh. In line, a little high. I didn't even see where that... Oh, that one was low. Well, you got the Kevlar in the bottom one. We're clear to go downrange for inspection?
Oh, I did hit the bottom one. I apologize.
That's okay. You hit the bottom one twice.
Yeah.
Clear?
That's sad. It goes to show you how long it's been since I've been to the range.
Hey, don't be embarrassed. You shoot better than I do. There's definitely some carnage there. So we got 4, 5 rounds in the target. And We got 3 holes in the target. Did we stop one?
Over here, down low. Yeah, look at this. Let's stop one right here.
Well, I'll be damned.
Dig it out. Let's just deconstruct that and dig it out.
Yep, we did stop a 45 round.
Yeah, it's
And
right there. Check
it's
it out.
actually where you had. Ah, that's cool.
I'll be damned.
Like I said,
I think if you had done 2 or 3 layers of this at any point in here, that would
So
have been pretty significant.
so your theory here is this needs like 4 layers of Kevlar.
Depending on what you're going for.
Sure. Well,
No.
and that's what we're testing today is what calibers we can actually stop. So,
Depends on how determined you are. Realistically,
well, this is your AR-15 round. Woo! That went through. That went through. Might have stopped that one. Weapon clear so we can go down range?
Nope. Y'all missed that, didn't you?
I saw exactly what you did. Weapon clear?
Yeah, weapons clear, safe.
range is cold.
Range is cold. Down range for inspection. So I clearly saw dust behind these two. We definitely didn't stop these two, but there's multiple layers here,
Yeah, shoot to the left.
and it did not. All 3 went through.
It's a fast traveling round, man.
So, our NATO round. Rob, what's your opinion here?
Yeah, I expected that. 5.56 is a very fast traveling round. My first deployment, one of our staff sergeants took out our plates, which were SAPI API plates, these standard armor-piercing inserts, and or something like that. Anyway, he shot it, and he was upset that our 5.56 went through it. And I said, hey, Sergeant, you got to realize the AK-47 is a larger, slower-moving round, and it's designed to stop that. And he went and put the same plate up on the berm, the HESCO, and he shot it with 7.62 by 3.9 AK-47 that the Afghan National Army had, and it stopped it. But it just kind of, you know, even perplexed me that a staff sergeant in the infantry didn't quite understand the amount of punch that we fire at a 5.56. Bad thing is bodies at close range, it goes in and out very quickly. So
Like I was just saying, sometimes the stopping power is there that you need, and sometimes not.
it's not. Yeah.
So now we're into 7.62 round.
Yeah.
7.62 by 39.
Oh, we I'm not sure those went through. Clear the weapon.
Weapon is clear.
Ready to go downrange for inspection.
Did I flip the light?
It's right behind you. Well, I see some holes.
One, two, three, four.
The internet was wrong.
Wait, you really only got 1 layer, and the key to success with this is.
Well, there's 2 layers of Kevlar here. There's 2 layers of Kevlar.
Gotcha.
There's several layers of this thinner finished glass, and I think there is 4 layers of the 45 ounce.
Traditionally, to stop stuff like this, though, I mean, they're stacked in 1 layer about that thick, and even then, it's questionable as to whether or not it'll actually stop it. Like Rob was saying, you know, sometimes the 223 will still go through, you know, a ½ inch of Kevlar plate.
Sure. Well, there you go, folks. All right, this is our last one. Other than stopping the 145 round, everything else has gone through it. Though it has probably slowed the projectile down to a less lethal round. It's still gone through. So at this point, we're just going to annihilate it with a giant round. Everything is marked out there, and we'll inspect that after we're done. However, I've given Chris permission to take no quarter. Put put some holes in it, Chris.
Jeez, Pete.
I gotta say I'm a little disappointed. I was hoping that it was going to stop more, but we did stop a 45 round, so that clearly proves that the technology is viable, though it still requires refinement. Everybody kind of agrees that there's only 2 layers of Kevlar here. All right, and you can actually see the second layer. I did that intentionally so you can see there's 1 layer here and a cross layer here. I think if we doubled up our standards, we'd have a lot greater potential, and that's what we'll do for the next test round. Listen to him giggle.
And for the record, I spaced those rounds out.
What size round is that?
That's a 45 cal.
What would you do with that round?
Kill deer.
Well, if you're a deer, you're not safe behind this panel. Because that round really has some big exit holes. Oh boy. The liberty to dig out the 45 round that we did stop. So check that out. There's the entrance hole. And it made it through the first layer, but it definitely, and it made it through the Kevlar, but it definitely stopped at the second one. Mushroomed it out. No micro fragments. Hey, that's pretty cool.